Hi everyone, today I'll show you how to crochet this beginner-friendly granny square bonnet hat. You'll need 2 yarn colors. For my first color, I'm using blue wool held together with a strand of light blue mohair. And for the second color, I'm using white wool, also held together with the same light blue mohair. It's important that both yarns are similar in thickness. You'll also need a 5mm crochet hook, 1 stitch marker, a yarn needle with a large eye, scissors, and a measuring tape. We'll start by crocheting 7 granny squares like this and joining them together. Then we'll add the bottom ribbon, followed by front ribbon and the ties. My square measures about 10.5 centimeters. I calculated this by measuring the head circumference across the top from one earlobe to the other. This distance should be covered by 4 squares. Let's crochet the square. We start with a slip knot and chain 5. Now we need to close this chain into a ring, insert the hook into very first chain, and at this point place a stitch marker here like this and make a slip stitch. Yarn over and pull the yarn through the loop on the hook. The marker shows us the center of the ring. Next, chain 4 and into the center of the ring we crochet 3 double crochets. Yarn over, insert the hook into the center, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Again, yarn over, insert the hook into the ring, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And now the third double crochet. Hook into the ring, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 3 double crochets. Next, chain 2 and again work 3 double crochets into the same ring. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2 again, and again 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Chain 2. Now let's take a look at the finished square. Here's our circle. In the first round, we have 4 clusters of 3 double crochets, and each corner has 2 chain stitches. So 2 chains, 1 cluster, 2 chains, second cluster, 2 chains, third cluster. And at the beginning, we had 4 turning chains. 2 of them count as the corner chains and the other 2 count as one of the 3 double crochets in the cluster. Since we already have 1 double crochet, we only need to crochet 2 more. Next, tighten the magic ring by pulling this yarn tail. And this is how your square should look. Now I'm going to change color, cut the yarn, take the new color, insert the hook into this corner space and make a slip stitch. Then chain 1 and tighten it. Turn the square over and tie these 2 yarn tails together. Now chain 4 to start the next round. I'll hold all 3 yarn tails along the work and crochet over them so I don't have to weave them in later. Yarn over and continue. Work 3 double crochets into this space. 1, 2, 3. In the previous round, we made chain 2 spaces because those were corners. But now we are working round 2, and between the corners, we already have 2 clusters. Right now we are at this position. The next cluster is worked without chain stitches. Only after that comes the corner. So we work 3 double crochets into the next space. Now we are at the corner, so we chain 2. Then work another cluster of 3 double crochets into the same space. And now again a corner, chain 2, then 3 double crochets into the same space. Continue like this to the end of the round. Make a slip stitch to join the round. I'll continue with the same color, so I chain 4 to begin the next round. Round 3 is worked exactly the same way as the previous one. 3 double crochets into every space, and don't forget the chain 2 corners. Let's meet again at the end of this round. I crochet the last 2 double crochets. Now I change color again. Cut the yarn and join the new color with a slip stitch. Chain 1 and tighten it, and tie the yarn tails together. Chain 4. Hold the yarn tails along the work and continue crocheting exactly the same way, 3 double crochets into each space. Let's meet again at the end of this round. I have finished. Cut the yarn, make a slip stitch, then chain 1 and tighten it. If you also crochet over your yarn tails, you only have one end left to weave in. I'll hide it using a yarn needle with a large eye, like this. The square is finished. Let's meet again when you have crocheted 7 squares in total. All 7 squares are ready. Now let's arrange them the way we're going to join them. Place 3 squares round side up like this. On top of them, place 3 squares right side up. We have 1 square left, fold it in half and place it here like this. We'll start joining from here to here, then from here to here, and after that we'll join the back of the head and the top. Right now we'll be joining these two squares. Place them with the right sides facing outward. Along the side of each square there is a braid made of 2 loops, one loop closer to us and one farther away. We'll join the squares using the front loops only. As you remember, each corner has chain 2 spaces, 1, 2, and the same on the other square. On the edges, we work through both chains. In all other places, here and here, where it's not an edge, we'll use only 1 chain out of the 2, leaving the second chain free for the vertical seam later. Let's see how it works in practice. Take 2 squares, make a knot. Place the squares right side up and position the working yarn between them. Since this is an outer edge, we join through both corner chains on each square. Find the first loop on this side and insert the hook. Find the matching loop on the other square and insert the hook there as well. Now you have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Now join the second corner chains. Next, we'll join the tops of the double crochets, 3 stitches, and the matching stitches on the other square. Continue joining stitch by stitch like this. And let's meet again at the corner. I'm at the corner. This is no longer an outer edge, so here I will join the squares using only one of the 2 corner chains. Take the next 2 squares. You can position them like this for now. And again, we're using only 1 chain from the corner. We skip this chain and use this one. Insert the hook into 1 chain, then into the other. 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. Go ahead and join up to this point. I'm at the corner. Join only one of the 2 chains. Then turn the work, take another square, place it wrong side down and fold the top square like this. Continue the same way. Join the vertical seam, then the top and the back seam. I have joined all the squares and this is how it looks. Let's measure it. Mine is about 20 centimeters. The next step is the bottom ribbon, but before we start the ribbon, we need to crochet 1 edging row of half double crochets from here to here. And this edging row needs to have a specific stitch count. One side of a square has 12 stitches across the clusters of double crochets plus 1 stitch on each corner, which makes 14, and we add 1 extra stitch for the seam. So 1 square equals 15 stitches. Now let's look at the sketch. The ribbon pattern is 2 front post half double crochets plus 1 back post half double crochet. For short, I'll call them just front stitches and back stitches. That means 1 repeat uses 3 stitches. And here at the edge we want 2 front stitches and the same on the opposite side for symmetry. So we need a stitch count that is divisible by 3 plus 2 extra stitches. If 1 square is 15 stitches, then 4 squares gives us 60 stitches. Perfectly divisible by 3. We just need to add 2 more stitches, so on the front squares we'll make 16 stitches instead of 15. Attach the yarn. Chain 1 and tighten it. Chain 2. These 2 chains already count as the first half double crochet. Now we work into every stitch. Yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch under both loops. pull up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. That's a half double crochet, stitch number 2. 3, 4, 13, 14 goes into the corner, 15 also into the corner, and 16, the extra stitch goes into the seam. So we have 16 stitches total. The next square gets 15 stitches, then another 15, and here again 16. In total, you should have 62 half double crochets, like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Let's meet again at the end of the row. I've finished the edging row, and I have exactly 62 half double crochets. Now chain 2 and turn the work. And we are on the wrong side. This is an important moment because on the right side, the ribbon pattern looks like 2 front stitches and 1 back stitch. But on the wrong side, it becomes 2 back stitches and 1 front stitch. And right now we'll work the wrong side pattern. These 2 chains already count as the first back stitch, and now we crochet the second back stitch. Yarn over, find the post of the next stitch, insert the hook from behind around the post, bring it back, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on the hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3. That's our second back stitch. The next one is a front stitch. Yarn over. This time insert the hook from front to back around the post, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. Now again, 2 back stitches. One, 2, and 1 front stitch. You can already see the texture forming. Front stitches are raised and back stitches are recessed. On the right side, it will look the opposite: 2 raised stitches and 1 recessed. Continue working across the row, repeating 2 back stitches, 1 front stitch. I'm at the end of the row. I finished a front stitch and I have exactly 2 back stitches left. Now chain 2, turn the work, and we're back on the right side. Here the pattern becomes 2 front stitches, 1 back stitch. The 2 chains already count as the first front stitch, so now we crochet the second front stitch. And then 1 back stitch. From this point on, everything is simple. Work front stitches over front stitches and back stitches over back stitches. Continue crocheting as many rows as you need. For me, it will be 11 rows, including the first edging row. I've completed 11 rows in total, 1 edging row and 10 rows of ribbon. The ribbon length is about 8 centimeters and the full bonnet height is about 27 centimeters. The next step is the front ribbon. It uses the same pattern, 2 front stitches, 1 back stitch. And again, for symmetry, we need a stitch count that is divisible by 3 plus 2 extra stitches. This ribbed section has 11 rows, which means 11 stitches along this side. Each square, as we already know, has 15 stitches, 15 plus 15, 30, another 15 plus 15, 30 more, that's 60, plus 11 stitches on this side and 11 on the other side, that's 22 more, 60 plus 22, 82 stitches from one edge to the other. I only need to add one extra stitch somewhere here in the middle seam. That gives me 83 stitches, which fits our rule, divisible by 3 plus 2. If you have a different number of ribbon rows or your squares are a different size, you'll need to calculate your number. So now I'm working 83 half double crochets, 41 stitches on this side, one extra stitch added at the center seam, and 41 stitches on the other side. I'm on the right side, but if your row count is different, you might be on the wrong side. Right now we all crochet the same thing, regular half double crochets. Chain 2. Where we have ribbon, we work half double crochets into the mesh spaces. Where we have squares, we work into the tops of the double crochets. Since the 2 chains already count as the first half double crochet, the next stitch goes into the next mesh space. By the way, I think it's a good moment to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Next should be 15 stitches across the square. At the square corner, you can insert the hook directly into the corner space and then continue working into the tops of the double crochets. I think the idea is clear, so let's meet again at the end of the row. I've finished the row, chain 2, and turn the work. And now I'm on the wrong side. You might be on the right side depending on your ribbon rows. Just work the pattern that matches your side. I'm on the wrong side, so I'll crochet back, back, front. And remember, the first 2 chains already count as a full back or front stitch. I'm working the second back stitch, then 1 front stitch, and we continue the same way as we did for the bottom ribbon, just fewer rows. I've finished the front ribbon. In total, I added 2 more rows plus 1 first edging row, and that gives me about 3 centimeters. The next step is making the ties. I'm going to chain 70 chains, but you can make more or fewer depending on how long you want your ties to be. My chain of 70 is ready. Let's measure it. It's about 50 centimeters. Now we make 2 more chains. I'll be working the ties in half double crochet, so yarn over, insert your hook into the 3rd chain from the hook, and make a half double crochet. Then continue working half double crochets into every chain. And I'll meet you at the end of the row. I'm at the end of the row and I want the tie to look like a continuation of the front ribbon. So I'll attach it right here. I finished the last half double crochet and now we attach the tie. Find an opening somewhere along the edge, approximately at the same height as the existing tie, and make a slip stitch to join. Next, we need to move up to the height of the second row, so I'm making 2 more slip stitches along the edge. Turn your work and continue working half double crochets back in the opposite direction, inserting the hook under both loops of each stitch. I'll meet you at the end of the row. I finished the last half double crochet and this width works perfectly for me, so I cut the yarn, make one chain and pull the yarn through to secure it. Then hide the yarn tail using a yarn needle with a large eye. Now we just need to make the same tie on the other side. Make a slip knot. Insert the yarn into the corner opening, chain 1 and tighten it. And then work the second tie exactly the same way as the first one. I'll chain 70, work 2 rows of half double crochets, and I'll meet you when the bonnet is completely finished. Here's the finished bonnet. I also made matching fingerless mittens. The tutorial will be coming soon on my channel, so don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you soon.